They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
The host needs to wash his hair.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
And on that note, we're going to be looking at some mean comments. I do this somewhat not semi-regularly. When I have enough of a batch, I just dive headfirst into them to ruin my self-esteem because I want to. No, but seriously, I do enjoy these, and to be honest, they don't, as much as before, ruin me and send me into the depths of despair, and I just lay there in bed like... So, on that note, once again, the host needs to wash his hair. I mean, that could be true, to be honest, a lot of times. Yes, I am in need of a hair wash. Shock horror, I don't wash my hair before every single recording because I don't care. But also, to describe me as a host, you've sort of given me a semblance of authority on YouTube. I don't have any, okay? I'm just doing commentary videos and stuff. So when you say the host, you could be talking about the social catfish people. So we'll never know. That's what I tell myself to feel better. Sticking on the topic of hair, because I love it when people comment on hair and their hair is not in display because reasons, right? Oh no, I'll send you gift cards so that you can go get hair transplant. Whoa! Let's rein the horses back in the stable, huh? And it's fitting we talking about horses, because maybe I'll go get like extensions or something, because I very much crucify my own self, right? I'm very self-deprecating. However, let's draw a line in the sand here. If I can be somewhat confident in myself, I don't think I need a hair transplant. Thoughts, guys? Oh, maybe this side is a little bit worse for wear, but I don't think I need one. But maybe a trip to Turkey is on the cards, huh? Forget Turkey being used as scams and all that. Maybe I need to go there. I'll be there, I'll rock up like this, and oğlum, which I won't say that means my son. But sure, in this context, we'll run with it, right? Oğlum, lütfen, saçlarıma bak. Please, look at my hair. Don't look at it. It's not in a position to need a transplant. Although if you can get one using gift cards, send them and maybe I could resell them or something. From my hair to now how I sound. Bro, why do you sound like that? There's just no context here, guys. What do you mean? Which part of my voice? What do you mean, why do you sound like that? There are many things I could answer that with, but I just need context. If you're talking about why certain times do I have like a high, what's it called? Inflation? That's the economy. Inflection? I don't bloody know. But I do it because I think it's funny and my voice just does that, you know? Like sometimes when I do like, gosh, I don't know. I do that because I've done it since I was younger. I was going to say smaller, but I haven't grown much over the years, have I? I used to do it, obviously, when I used to tell jokes and stuff. I don't know, it's part of the humor. If you mean why do I sound just like that normally, I don't know. I was given this voice. I can't do anything, mate. You know what I mean? So why do you sound like that? Burn. Why do you sound so negative in the comments? I don't know why I sound like this, okay? Now, pretty much sticking on the theme of, sounding horrible, I guess. Please stop singing. No.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
We've well and truly planted our feet into the you sing absolutely arse bag here, and this person's wrote an entire novel. Thank you very much. I love reading your negativity, guys. I'm trying to get into your content, but that cover song at the beginning had me click off the video twice, and on the third attempt I stayed, but vocalized "stop already" out loud before I made it through. Is that where the insufferable in the title came from? The jokes, they're insane. First of all, you're trying to get into the content. What do you mean by that? You're doing naughty things with the videos? That's not what they're for. Okay.
Naughty.
But I do understand. Yes, my singing, it's not good, and I've never claimed it to be good. And usually when I'm singing, I'm doing dumbness, right? I'm doing a stupid cover. I've noted down some bloody funny remix, and I'm just singing it because I think it sounds funny. Do you know what I mean? So I will say thank you for giving me 3 chances for making you stay. Did you stay? I've never seen this person ever again, so... For reference, I'll never stop singing. Like, when I feel like I will. Now, this one is from a long-time supporter, and I don't really class it as a mean comment, because, again, people are going to find whatever they're going to find annoying, etc., etc. But I did reply to this individual. Maybe we hashed it out in the comments. I don't think there was really a conclusion. But if they are watching this, just know I didn't take it to heart, despite what you might say by me doing this video, but I like doing these videos, okay? I listen to your videos, H, but your short visual/audio memes, I don't know what they're called, are annoying to me. One example is when a man shouts out, "This stinks," and another one is when someone says, "This is great banter," especially when no banter is occurring. The "this stinks" one is from SpongeBob. If anyone knows, of course, where it's come from, then you get a gold bar, virtually. I've never heard someone call the fish guy a man, so, that's interesting. But also, the "this is great banter" one, you know the one, it's probably one of the first memes. And on second thought, I think it is the first meme that I ever downloaded to use in videos. The radio show one. It's not meant to actually insinuate that the banter being had is good. It's sarcastic. He literally says, "This is great banter." It really is. It's sarcastic, so hopefully that clarifies it. Hopefully that makes it less annoying. However, I mainly picked this out to say, because I do see others as well sort of pick things out that have been a thing for a while, right? They've been supporting for a while, and I can't thank you guys enough. I don't understand how anyone sticks around anyway, so shout out to the person who called me insufferable with the singing. 3 tries? Whoa! Strike! I'm out. Or they're out. Probably. But if you've supported for a while, I haven't changed, right? I think that's a given. Maybe I've become more confident on camera, and I've become, maybe more vocal in terms of speaking louder, but I guess that's the confidence aspect. But memes haven't changed. I've been doing memes, since I was making the early reaction videos anyway. And, again, the singing. Maybe I've introduced it new, so I wouldn't class that as doing a thing. What the hell does that mean? But I've been doing it a while, right? So, guys, if you don't like something, it is okay to just not watch. So, but thank you for watching, though. even though it is annoying to you. So it's a catch-22, really. I'm not gonna stop the memes because that's me. Like, if I stop them and then I stop the singing when I do want to burst out into song, or I guess, look, I start, what's that word? Primping? You know, doing up myself to look all nice and stuff on camera whenever I film a video. That's just not me. And then I've lost who I am, kind of, by doing all of that, as I've mentioned. And then, you know, whose videos are these anymore? It's AI has taken over. So,
What did that just mean?
I mean, you don't have to like the memes, but I thought I'd explain it, I guess. And we're right back to the meanness. I have a pretty low bar for what I listen to while I'm doing chores, but I had to tap out of this 12 minutes in. This is trash tier comedy. Oh! And I said comedy there instead of commentary. To be honest, you could very well argue this is trash tier comedy. A lot of what I do, it is trash tier dad jokes, if we're being honest. But it's me. But the commentary aspect, look, you gave me 12 minutes, and that's longer than I give in the bedroom. So that's a win in my books. Now, these next two comments come from an individual. If you remember the last one of these that we did, I'll put it in the description box if I bloody remember it. But if you remember, there was someone talking about gods and that their gods told them to watch my videos in their dreams or something like that. Do you remember this individual? Well, they have made a return, and this time I might be more scared than before, okay? I was so amazed to finally see you on the bus, and you won't even talk to me on the bus. My bad if I'm talking to H on accident. First of all, the comments come days apart, as you can see. That's a whole week apart. So, my friend, I don't know what's going on, if this is some kind of game, okay? But maybe you're talking to me. I don't know if you are talking to the people in the video. It would be strange if you saw the people in the video on the bus, but it's even stranger if you saw me on the bus, because the only time I take a bus is very early mornings to go to the gym. So I don't know how you would have seen me, but if you did see me and you did try to speak to me, I would speak back. So, not sure who you're speaking to, if it's an evil clone of me out there in the world. Please, make me seem better. Gosh, evil clone, what are you doing? No, but seriously.
Police! Police! Help!
Now, this next one is another strange comment, and to be honest, it's disgusting as well. If women lowered their standards, he would have still been alive. Now, maybe you don't need the context here, because you can kind of infer from... Oh! That is this individual maybe trying to stop me from calling them out. Apologies for that. Obviously, every single year there must be people doing up the building works. So this comment, given the recent videos we've covered and the recent stories we've looked at, perhaps you can infer where this is coming from. But I just must stress that you've taken a tragedy and somehow, with your warped mind, used it as a means of attacking women. I would give you a sarcastic round of applause, but I'm worried you might, if you see this, misconstrue it as a genuine round of applause. So get a grip of yourself. Like, that's the nicest thing I can say right now. Every single individual watching this, right? Listening to this, right? Doesn't matter if you've got me playing on the radio, but I guess that would be listening. Anyone, don't lower your standards, okay? If you have standards, uphold them. If you're not happy until the right person in your mind is entering your life, so be it. However, I will put a asterisk to that in terms of if you are waiting for some billionaire or something to come into your life, probably lower your standards to a more realistic aspect, such as the romance scam victims that we regularly look at on this channel. You know, lower your standards a little bit. But in a more generalized sense, don't fall for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, okay? And definitely don't go around, which I'm pretty sure you won't, but don't go around spreading your BS bigotry using tragedies as some sort of justification. And then lastly, these next two comments, peace, which is correct. They're a little bit more peaceful in nature to somewhat, drag back my self-esteem. So it's not entirely in the toilet. Holly asks, I'm curious, how did you first get into this type of video and the catfishing videos? The comment comes from a body cam reaction, and body cam stuff I've just always watched anyway, whenever they pop up into my feed. Most of the time they're funny, or on other occasions, if I'm feeling in a true crime mood, I'll watch like an interrogation or something, because I do like true crime documentaries. And obviously, given the fact I've got a criminology degree, shock horror, I like to learn more in my off time as well. I say off time as I still go uni. I don't. So shut the hell up. And the catfishing videos, I actually have always watched scam videos, and a lot of the time that is because of Kit Boga. A young boy that I was, I found him very entertaining, and as I've grown older, I still find him very entertaining. And then from that, I branched off, right? You got the more serious side of Scammer Payback, for example. And then one of the earliest that I can remember YouTubers that I did watch and still do is Atomic Shrimp, and sometimes he does scam baiting videos. And the so simple concept of emailing, and it's not over the top, it's on a more grounded level of scam baiting. It's, it appealed to me. He's also a British guy, do you know what I mean? And I just loved his cooking videos anyway. If you've watched the second channel, where I do weird snack videos and stuff, it kind of comes from him, weird stuff in a can. I don't want this to turn into a bloody off-topic video. What? That doesn't make sense. But basically, big up Atomic Shrimp, big up Kit Boga, big up Scammer Payback, and big up Social Catfish as well. A lot of times, obviously, we don't agree on things, but big them up. And I came across the Stranger Things video a while ago now, bloody while, and it was going viral on Twitter, and I came across it, and I figured, I could tie in my criminology degree somewhat, and my knowledge of scams. At that time, it was not a lot, right? But I did know a little bit about romance scams and how scammers essentially abuse the trust of victims through watching Kit Boga's videos, etc., etc. And I figured, hey, this could be cool to do as a reaction, and I did it, and look where we are now. That's pretty much where a lot of you probably found me from, and it's where a lot of people do find me. But I'm also lucky that videos outside of catfish also do well. Sometimes I do beat myself up because there are videos that I wouldn't say I'm proud of, because realistically, can I be proud of sitting in this chair and just speaking? I don't really think so. But there are videos such as the Am I the Arsehole ones and looking at creepy dating profiles that I wish YouTube did push out more because I do enjoy filming other things. But alas, thank you to everyone for even watching those ones. And thank you for the position that I'm in now. I know some people might say, what is this position? You're not on the level of XYZ, which sometimes people have actually commented. I mean, yeah, I'm not on the level as these other names you are mentioning in terms of, I guess, numbers or even quality, right? I know people do compare me, for example, to 16 Leo. I'm not on that level. I don't think I will ever be. I'm just me. Do you know what I mean? So, although some, as I was saying, you know, some people can be very, very mean about it. Oh, your video is ass. You stop trying to be like XYZ. I don't think I'm trying to be like anyone. But now we're getting off topic from Holly's comment. It was supposed to be positive. That's how I got into all of that. Hopefully that's like a little bit of an insight into, you know, more of me personally. And then lastly, this comment is from a complete stranger, which some of these comments were complete strangers anyway. I've never seen them again. But this individual, I've never seen them again comment, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are not watching. They could be. But they left a very nice comment, which sort of boosted my self-esteem on this YouTubeness. Because as you probably know, I do mention sometimes I don't feel like I belong on this platform. Just helping other creators. Never heard of your channel, but this video was recommended to me. Very interesting topic. I am intrigued. Also, the thumbnail made me click. Your tags are probably good also. And, you know, description. Good job. Keep it up. Thank you, Skyborn. Thank you very much. In the sky, you've reborn my self-esteem. There's a joke there somewhere. There's a play on words. But thank you to this individual. And of course, thank you to each and every single one of you for all your nice comments. You know, the 98% that are nice, of course. I see everything. All right, I got 4 eyes for a bloody reason. So, we're now going to call it there. Hopefully you did enjoy this. This video is obviously not that common, but I do enjoy filming them to share with you guys the comments. You know, we keep things transparent here, so share them. Feel my insecurities with me. If you do want to see more of these, I was going to say let me know, but I have to wait until people leave mean comments before doing this. So it's a catch-22. I don't want people to leave mean comments, but at the same time kind of do. But as we grow, probably we will get more. So that's great. And I will never change. You know, just before anyone does comment saying, you know, I shouldn't worry about these and stuff, I'm not going to lie and say sometimes I don't beat myself up over them. But for the most part, and maybe even the whole part, I'm not going to change. The memes are going to stay. I'm going to sing when I want to sing. I'm going to do my voice in the weird way that it goes when I'm telling a joke. I'm going to be awkward. Dad jokes. That's me. That's me. It's Maybelline. No. So, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Until I tell you it's time to start worrying. Then it's a different story. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Bye. But also, before we close out, I saw the post from the Social Catfish team that the video that will be uploaded is of Adrian. I can't remember who Adrian is, but they mentioned he just disappeared or something mid-research, which kind of brought back a flashback of who he is. And I think it was that guy that just randomly disappeared or whatever. So, I mean, I've already done that video in terms of a commentary. So, you know, should I do it again? I don't think I can, really. Because the Social Catfish videos are I go in blind and I just speak from the heart. So I don't know if I'll do that, which means Saturday's video, maybe I'll still do a social catfish commentary, but another episode from before. So that will probably be the case, because I don't want to watch something that I've just watched already. And I know they will add a bit more into it, but I guess, I don't know if there's anything else I can add. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time. I've already done the bye. Peace.